So now guys, I didn't do anything. I just fixed this vertical lines. Okay. So now when we execute the program, we are able to see some data which is correctly aligned. Okay. But there is two issues. First one is the color. So this previous formatting is coming. Okay. So that we have to remove. So I think here we can. Okay. Format. Reset, maybe. Yeah, let's try. Yeah, format is reset. Okay. So now here that previous line format is not coming. That issue is fixed. Now, second issue is we are getting the value only in the PO number. Only in the PO number. Okay. So what could be the reason? Okay. So let's try to debug. Before that, let's do one thing. I'll format the same color here for the headers. So so now formatting is done, but the thing is document category, vendor, company code, date, everything is coming as star. Okay. So let me put a breakpoint here, execute, and when I go here, the debugging mode. Okay. So I'm using LSPO, right? So LSPO has only value in the PO field. The rest of the things is either 0 or star. Okay, 0 or star. That is because we are inside. So if I, let's say, I'll, 1 second, guys. Let me show you clearly. Give me a moment. I'll put a breakpoint here. Okay, so now here also breakpoint is not there. To change mode, let me put a breakpoint inside this, inside it and outside it. So outside it, I've written a breakpoint. Let us see what's happening. So I'm inside LSPO and the data is like this. Okay, let me come out of that and the entire same variable has the data. Okay, so now this is the ideal behavior. Okay, so again, I'll go inside it. Then again, only one field has the value, rest is showing a star. That is because when we are inside any control break statement, only the field which is specified here will have some values. Rest of the field will be displays a star. Okay. So when we use that to print, then the star value is getting printed here. Okay. So how to fix this? We can define another variable here. Here, LSPO final copy by this. Okay. So I can do this. And here inside the loop, LSPO final copy is equal to LSPO final. And instead of using LSPO final, I can use copy variable. Copy variable will have the value. There will be no star. but the original variable or the original work area value will be replaced by star when we are inside a control break statement. Okay, so let me see if we are getting the value. Yes, we are getting the value. Okay, so now this format is, there is no format, is randomly getting printed. So date is 8 instead of date, it should be 10. Okay, and here this should be 10 characters, then 65, 76. This should be 76. This should be 10. This should be 76. And this line should be 76. Okay, and here the date should be this format. Okay, so let me see if we're getting the value. So now we are getting the header data correctly. Okay, now I want to print. I want to print the item data. So where should I write the code, write statement? Who can tell me? The header I am printing inside at the new. I want the line item data. So where should I print?
At end of
Sorry,
at end of
end of? No. I should write my code inside a normal loop here. Okay. Why, I'll tell you. I'll explain in a bit. Okay, so the first one is mine. First one is material, right? So material. Second one is quantity. Quantity. Third one is unit of measure. Unit of measure. UN. Then the fourth one is net price. Another one is net price currency. Okay. And I don't need this format because this is not a date field. Okay. So let me. And here also I need a clear formatting, or I can write this format group. Is it printing in a correct way, guys?
no sir.
No? Why no? See, this line item 40 has 4 line item. So 4 line item is coming here. Then 41, then whatever line item we have, 41 is coming. 44 is there after the under 40, 44, we have 2 line item. It is coming like this. So it's coming correct, right? So why it is coming correct, I'll explain. Okay, let me put a break here. Okay, so now site topics is 1. Okay, how the data looks like, guys? Data is this. So for 40, there is 4 line item. Okay. Now site apex is 1. That means this line is getting read. Okay. So now the at first is called because site apex is 1. It printed the heading. Okay. Now at new PO also get called. So it printed the header values. Okay. Now we are not inside a control break, but inside the loop. So the item details is printed. Okay. Item details is printed. Now site apex is 2. Second row is getting printed. Okay. Second row is getting read. So at first we'll call no. At new also called no. And it will print the second line. What is the second line? Line item 20, same PO. So this line item details are getting printed. Similarly for 30, similarly for 40. So now 4 line items is printed, only one header. Now line item is 4, still 4, yeah. Line item print now, site apex is 5th. Now the control break happened, then header will be printed. Then again item. Okay, so now we are getting the right output. Okay, maybe this is confusing due to the color. Let me reset it. Format, reset. Okay, and let us put a underline so that we'll understand. Okay, underline, where do I put? Here, right side you line, and this 76. 76, and I need a line. I need a line here at the end of. Let us see what is the output. Okay, now this is the output. Okay, so this is a header. This is 4 line item. This is another PO, 1 line item. This is another PO. This is 1 line item. This is another PO, 1 line item. And like this.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, initially we didn't get any details written over there except here. So what you wrote that the details got displayed.
Okay. So here, what will happen when we are inside a control break statement at first, any control break, at first, at new, at last, then whatever field we have mentioned here, right? Only that will have the value. The rest of the field will be have
Yes, sir.
0 or star. So what I did, I created another work area. I assigned the value. Okay. So this statement is inside a control break or outside control break. This statement is inside the control break block or outside?
Inside.
Outside. This is at, this is end. This is one control break block, right? At and at. Another control break block is this. Another is this. So this particular statement is not inside any control break statement, right? It is outside. So now this CP variable will have the actual data. Now, when the control will go here, inside any control break, let's say here at new PO. So here the original work area, LSPO final, will have the value only in the PO field. Rest of the field will be star. But this this change will not reflect to other work areas because this is not the work area of the table. It's just another variable. So what we did, we are using that LSPO copy here to print the value. We're not using the original variable. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And okay. And what will happen? I need here we have a net price, right? So for each PO, I need what is the total net price. What is the total quantity and what is the total net price? I want that. So what I can do, so which control break I should use? I should use end of. Okay, so what is end of? End of means when we are reading the fourth line item for this PO, at that time I need to calculate the subtotal. Okay, subtotal. So the target control break is end at. So here I can write subtotal probably quantity. Where is the quantity? Here. This is the quantity till 14. Okay, till the if line, then subtotal, and here I will write LSPO final, LSCO final, uh, net, net price, not quantity. Okay, let me see if the output is aligned properly. Subtotal is little bit here. This is 14. I should with 10. Okay, it's aligned, not aligned. 11 probably. Okay, there is no psi here. I should put a psi figure. Okay. So now here is the subtotal line is getting printed. I also need a subtotal here for net price. Okay. So let me write the right statement here. Okay. Then okay. Subtotal is this one, right? We're printing. So 21, 31, 31. So here I'll write psi line should be on quantity, 32, 32 psi line, and here I'll write no subtotal. Then I want the quantity net price 51, 11, LSPO final CP net price. Okay, so here is the net price, and here is the what we say quantity. And let us make a color here. Format color subtotal. Total. Okay. So now this is getting printed, and we can give a U line below that. Okay, so there is this line. Okay, so now I have placed the variable, but it is not calculating the total. I want the total. So what I can use? I can use a sum keyword here. Sum. And we have to use the original variable, guys, here. Here is the catch. We cannot use a copy variable, the original variable. So we have a loop statement, and this is LSPO final. Okay. So we'll write sum quantity, and here we have written sum. Okay. And let's see. So if you calculate this is 282. This is 10.90. This is 40. This is 60. So system is already calculating this sum for us. So what's happened? System, we have written the code in the at end of. Okay. So now system knows that end of is getting called on the fourth, and we have the 4-line item, and it's summing up for us 282 automatically. Okay. And similarly, if we need a grand total here, guys, in the bit below. So that will be the total of entire thing. So same sum we can write, but here we'll write in the at last. Okay, let me copy this. Same sum statement I'm writing, and this should be grand total intensified on. Okay, let us see what is the output. If I scroll down, so grand total is this. So now this 1475 is the sum of 66, 260, 213 and all. So in fact, that is the sum of entire row, because we have written the sum in the at last. At last will run for the last line. Okay, so it will sum all the lines. Okay, so that is what the control break statement. Okay, for control break statement. So this can be confusing, but you have to spend some time understanding this. Okay, then slowly you will understand how it is working. So any questions so far, guys, on this control break? Guys,
Sir.
no, right? No, tell me if you need explanation. I'll again make you understand. Any questions so far on this topic? Everyone is clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now there is another control break statement on change of. Here on change of VO and at. LSPO. Here you have to specify the entire variable. And on. Okay. Here at and at, here on and on. Okay. So let us run this program again. Okay. So now site is 1. Okay. It stopped at new. It also stopped at change stop. Okay. And if I go here, the values are not replaced with star inside on change of, okay? But when it goes inside at and at, it only keeps that value and rest of the things is replaced with star. But at on change of, this does not replace the values, okay? This is one difference, because difference between on change and at the new. This is an interview question, okay? This is an interview question. Can you write it down? Okay. So the first point is the values. The values are not replaced by star or other fields inside on change. Second difference is we have to specify the entire field name inside. We have to specify the entire field name on the on change of keyword. Okay. This is two difference. Okay. And okay. This is two difference. Stand. Okay. Done. Another difference we'll see. Let me see how can I may show you the difference. Give me a moment. Okay, so my internal table is LT final. So okay, so guys, I'll create another program. Okay, I don't want to disturb this program. I'll create another program to show you the change. Okay, and here this program will keep it as it is. Okay, I will remove this thing on change of here. Here. This is only for the control breakdown. So I'll copy this control break on change. Here, I'll put the breakpoint. Okay. So what I'm doing is finding out an example so that I can show you the difference. Okay. So if I sort it, line 10, 11, 12, 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So here I'll write delete LTP final where I okay, here I'll write loop LTP final interval is PO final, and if I it's not between 10 to 10 and 13, delete LTP final index size. Let me see if that works. Okay. Oh, it's deleting. Okay, I only need line number 10 to 13, right? So here I can write delete LTP final where index 10, 13. Will it try work? No, this will not work. And it is deleting everything. Okay, so need only line number 10 to 13. Line number 10 to 13. Just deleting everything. Okay, let us search in the Google. Deleting line from internal table based on index SAP ABAP. So when anyone has doubt, search like this. Okay, this is a syntax. Okay, from or where. Okay, let me see this thread. Okay, from to syntax is there. Okay, so I don't need this loop. Here I can write from 1 to 9. Then delete. Let me see if that works. Okay, so now 14 lines are there, and my interest is in 10 to 13. Okay, so 44 should be deleted till 44. Okay, let us see. Till 44 deleted, I don't need the fifth line. So I can write it here. Delete LTPO final index 5. Okay, so let us test one more time. Okay. So now 4 lines are there. Okay, 45, 46, 47, 48. So guys, so what I did when I didn't found anything, okay, use the same trick. Okay, you can write what's the issue we are facing. Then in the end, you can write SAP ABAP so that you can get it. See, this is another way to find out answer.sap. So this is a portal by SAP. You can also create an account if you have, and you can click on ask question. So let's say you are not finding anything, you can ask your question, how to delete the entries from internal table, something like this. Okay, and it is have some prompting, and you can write, describe the question and post it. So this you have to do when you don't find any solution. See, somebody has asked, and here they are the example they are responding. So this is a great way when you are not able to recall the syntax or unable to understand. You can write the question. There will be so many threads available. Okay, so fine. So you can do that same exercise when you're facing any
Sir,
issue
N1
during.
means Cytabix.
Sorry?
Sir, here N1 and N2 means Cytabix.
Yeah. No, not Cytabix. From what's the question, Sobhagya? Your question?
Sir, I mean from that 1 to 9 means what it's taking.
Line
Cytabix,
number.
sir.
Line
Okay.
number. Line number. This is. So here I'm saying, I'm telling that please delete the record from first to ninth record. So there is 14 records, so it will delete first to ninth. Then my table will have only 5 records. Then I'm telling the system that delete the 5th record, so that in the table I will only have these 4 POs. Okay, because I need only these 4 POs to explain you the difference between on change and at new. Okay, so I got this. Now I'll modify this program. I'll write. Okay, so I don't need these things. Here I'll go for add new pivot and at and on change of ls final pivot and on. Okay, here I'll put a breakpoint. Here I'll have a breakpoint. Okay, and here I have to sort LTPO final by material, and here my point is not PO, this is material. Okay, so now I will debug. So now LTPO final only have 4 fields and it is sorted by material number. Okay, it is sorted by material number. Okay, now let's run this control break. I'm putting F8. So site abix is 1. Site abix is 1. This is pretty obvious, right? When the first line of that internal table is getting read, it will trigger at new. At first also will be triggered, at new also will be triggered, on change of also will be triggered. There is no issue. Okay. Now I put F8, it triggering for site abix 2. It's triggering for site abix 2. But what is my condition, guys? When the material values changes, then only it should trigger, right? We studied when the control will break, then only at new will be triggered. But now for line 2, so material number 1 and material number 2, line 2, guys, there is same value. Control should not break, but here it is breaking. What's the reason? Because when you are using at control break, any value, if control will break when the material value changes or any field to the left changes, then also control will break. Okay, so now this line is material is 9, here also material is 9, but the PO values are not same. That's the reason for second line also the control is breaking. Okay, so let us see. But did it stop in the on change, guys? Now this is site abix 3. It stop at new. Will it stop in on change? See, let's press F4. No, it didn't stop. Okay, so the difference between at new and on change is for at new will trigger if the values of the field or the fields present. How can I define it? At new will trigger if the value of the fields value of any fields which is present to the left, then left. But for on change of, but on change of will only trigger when the value of that particular field changes. Okay. So at new will trigger if the value of any field which is present to the left changes. Okay. In our case, the value of the material is same, but it's still triggering the at new at material because the value of the field which is present to the left, so PO number is changing. So system is considering it as a change of break. So control is breaking. But it will not trigger for on change. On change we only trigger when this field, the value of this field changes. Okay. So is it clear this difference, guys? Guys,
Yes,
is it clear? Everyone?
yes, sir.
Okay. So this yes is not sound so confident. So you guys really understood or want me to repeat or how? Guys, this is an interview question. Okay. So if you say that you know control break, so definitely this question will arise. Is everyone is clear on this? Guys?
Sir, that third point is bit unclear.
Not clear. That's what I'm asking. So if you're not clear, I'll explain. Okay. So now, so what is my condition here, Saubhagya? On the control break at new material, right?
Material, yes, sir.
Material. So what is my understanding? That whenever the value of the material will change inside a loop, this thing will trigger. Okay. So I am using at new material and on change of material. Two things I have written. Why? Because we are understanding the difference. Okay. So my understanding is that whenever the value of the material changes inside a loop, this value or this block will be triggered. Okay. So let me show you the details what we have. So material is same for all. Okay. There is no difference. Okay. So it is pretty obvious that both at new and on change will trigger for the first row because this is what the behavior. But was it supposed to be triggered for the second line? Is there a control break between first line and second line based on material?
No, sir.
No. But if you execute here, it went here, breakpoint, and Cytabix is 2. That means system is taking second line as a control break. The value of the material is same, but its system is considering as a break. What's the reason? Because if any of the field which are present to the left of this field, okay, so these two line item we are comparing, if any of the field value changed, here PO number is changed, right? And PO number is there. is a left column of material, right? Saubhagya.
Yes, sir.
So any of the value change in PO, line item, category, document type, vendor, company code, date, or material, any value changes in this field will trigger at new. Okay, so it changed for line item 2, 3 also it triggered, 4 also it triggered. But at change will only trigger when that particular value, not left, that particular column value changes. Then only on change will be triggered. So that's the reason on change is not getting triggered for second, third, and fourth line item. Only the at new is getting triggered.
Got it,
Is
sir.
it okay? So that's the reason in the initial when we started the program, I kept these two things in the top because what will be the logic we are going to write based on the same way we have to define this field list. Otherwise, this kind of scenario will happen. Okay. So based on whatever code or field I want to use inside a loop for control break, so that matters. So accordingly, I should align my field inside the table like this. Okay. So previously line item was on the fifth field. But I wanted to show you this example. For this example, PO and line items should be first. Otherwise, if there is some other field XYZ and that value changes, again it will. So today's we are done. One more thing I want to show
So
you.
then we will use it like what we will use, like on change or what it's
Okay,
structure.
so on change I have written is obsolete actually. Another difference is on change can be used in other loops like select and select. Okay, but we cannot, this control other control break has to be inside loop and end loop. Okay, but on change can be used in other loop statement, but those are um, prone to error. Okay, and this is considered as obsolete and should not be used. Okay, so when you are writing a program and you need to use a control break, then use at new, not on change. Okay, so this difference will be same between on, end, off, and at end. Same difference. So I can. Okay, so like we have at new and at last, at end. Similarly, on change and on end. Okay. So, Saubhagya, to your question, we should use end at new, not on change.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So now, guys, my program is so big now. See, set kit, and this is on change. So big now. Okay. But my code is this much only. This is my focused main thing. Okay. And this is all data declaration and all. Unnecessary, I don't want it here. So what I can write here is, I can use include, and you can give this program name, and you can write top. Okay, double click, we'll create a new program. You can write top include for count break. Okay, so this is a include program. Okay, this is the include program. You can activate. Okay, and what this thing, you can directly cut it, all the data declaration, and you can go inside the include program and you can paste it here. Okay, go back. Similarly, I can create another include for the selection screen. You can write SS. So this is include program for top or for data declaration, and this is include program for selection screen. Okay, and whatever selection screen data is there here, declaration, I can cut it from here and I can go here and I can paste it here. Okay, and save, activate. So what now I want to activate? This is activated, inactive. Let's activate. So this kind of problem will come when you do a cut paste. So what you have to do, you have to click here, display. Now this will open this program like this. You have to go to display mode, right click, activate. So now all the three things will be activated together. Okay, done. So now if I go here, this is active and this is active, and once I run, I'm also getting my output. Okay, so what happened now? See the difference. Now my program is more cleaned, right? So all the things I have moved it to other programs so that the main program is so much cleaned. Okay, so that is the use of include program. Okay, it helps us to put the things in a other place, and when we write include this program name, whatever defined here become part of this program. Okay, so what will happen tomorrow? Create one more program and you need the same data declaration, so you can simply include this program there also. It's kind of reusability also. So two purpose, one is the reusability, another is the modularization. What is modularization? Keeping the source code in an organized way. That is modularized. We are breaking the things into different modularized thing. So this is one way of doing the modularization, include program. Okay, include program. One benefit is reusability of the code. Second is this helps in modularizing. So guys, is it clear what is include program? So if we go to SC38, Z paste, create. Okay, and here if I go to type, previously we created the executable program. So there is another type is include program. So this include program, there is two include program we created, but we created from here. If you go here, at the type you are able to see is include. Here the type is report. Report means executable program. Okay, is it clear guys? What is include program?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let's call it a day. If there is no question, we can wrap up the call.